Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time I'm going to be feeding a fellow that I just picked up at a recent race when my team got 18 laps. This is Sunblast. And Sunblast is a legendary. Sunblast is fire. Sunblast has also lots of open ruin slots. And he's a superhero who's into family. Yet he's also a villain. Well, you have to have a day job, right? And then, of course, he's also part of a limited time book, which is going to be going away fairly soon, in a month or so. This is a great legendary, as I understand. Lots of people love him. He's very fast. He's supposedly great control. So let's find out. First, let's find him a home. Yeah, we're just going to hang out with, you know what, why don't we put him over here with Sean and the Keeper and Pan. It's probably a better place anyway. Okay, he's definitely hot. Okay, so where is he there? This is Alaz. That's not Alaz. We'll find something numbered for him. Okay, so this is Sunblast. He is a legendary. He is fire. Okay, he's hardened, so he has a 20% chance to resist negative status effects. He is immune to the torture effects of ignite and burn. All right, let's check out his strength. His strength is okay. His life is a bit above normal, so that's not so bad. His speed is very good there, so this is not bad at all, considering I hear he is a control individual with some good speed. So those are very good things. Let's check out some skills. All right, his first skill is Phoenix Ashes, deals low physical damage to one enemy, and then Rise Again Sunblast, deals moderate fire damage to one enemy. And of course, that really hot special skill of his, this is the greatest fire show in the universe, okay? Applies fire weakness and sunburn to all enemies, deals very heavy fire damage to all enemies, removes 100% of stamina from all enemies. Okay, so I see he inherited some of what Dharma's bodyguard used to have, where it used to apply the fire weakness and then do the fire damage. I'm guessing it was saved for him. Mind you, he does do a lot of other things here, not the least of which is taking away all the stamina and giving him the extra torture effect of sunburn, which makes this a really, really good special skill. This is one of those special skills that will turn the tide of a battle if it goes off at just the right time. Sunblast was the Firestorm's disciple, but he disagreed with his teacher a lot. Those disagreements ended up in the battlefield, where the Firestorm kicked Sunblast so hard that he flew off and landed onto the sun. The Firestorm thought that was the end of Sunblast, but he was wrong. The student exceeds the teacher, and he's back, and he's really hot now. All right, so let's feed him up there so we can get to level 4, and of course his final evolution. Okay, he's got a hot hand there, doesn't he? Okay, I guess he took offense to that. Well, we'll feed him again, and let's start seeing those skills that I've heard so much about. Fists of the Fiery Fury deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies stamina lead to one enemy. That's not a bad skill. That's not bad at all. It's a good place to start. All right, so let's continue to level 10. More skills, please. Nova Fist deals moderate fire damage to one enemy, applies daze to one enemy. Not my favorite thing. Kind of lowering the damage there, but I'm sure he's going to get better. Feel free to forget that daze thing, unless it gets mixed up with 3 or 4 other things, just saying. All right, let's continue to level 15. More skills. Solar Strikes deals moderate special damage to one enemy, 50% chance of applying sunburn to one enemy. Okay, well, if you're going to give me a 50% chance of something, I'll take it over that. All right, why don't we just throw it? We'll throw it back there, just for now. All right, so let's continue to level 20. Block Out the Sun deals moderate special damage to one enemy, removes 50% of stamina, and applies possession? And that's not even a 50% chance of possession, too. That's a, wow, give me a group version of that and I'll be happy with that. Well, I'm not going to keep that, but you know, I just might keep this one, just saying. I mean, it's got a 3-round cooldown, but it also does a lot there, too, including a possession. 50% stamina is useful, too. I guess you wouldn't use that on somebody, though, who only has 50% of his stamina because the possession would be kind of useless at that point. Something better to use early in a fight. All right, so let's continue to level 25. Majestic Magma Bombs. Applies guard down and daze to one enemy, deals moderate fire damage to one enemy. That's pretty useful there. All right, let's take a look at that one. I'm going to put it back there for now. So I like adding guard down and then doing the damage. All right, so let's level 25. Let's keep going. Let's go to level 30. Dazzling Fire Show. Activates all cooldowns on one enemy. Applies sunburn to one enemy. Okay, that is very, very useful. He's coming up with a lot of useful ones here. Guard down and daze. I'm going to put it here for now. I mean, single target activate all cooldowns are very useful. Very, very useful. Of course, the group ones are better, you know, but the single target ones are very, very useful. So let's continue to level 35. Cover the world in darkness. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies. Removes 20% of stamina and possession to all enemies. Oh, that is very nice. Okay, so he does moderate special damage to all enemies. He takes 20% of the stamina away and then does a possession. All right, so I think for now, at least, I'm going to throw it up there. I don't know. I think he's got something else, but I mean, I don't mind leading off with that. So I'll just leave it there. Remember, I can move things around as much as I want since skill changes don't cost anything anymore. But for now, I'm just going to leave it there. All right, so let's continue to level 40. Stop, it's fire time. Activates all cooldowns on all enemies. Applies sunburn to all enemies. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. Now, that actually is a high stamina cost, but that does a lot. Let's look around here. See, I don't mind having both of them. Guard down to one enemy and daze. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, I mean, that is just really useful. Really, really useful. All right, I'm guessing he has at least one more skill, but unless it's an upgrade, I'm not really sure what I would take out. So let's continue. And level 45. Majestic Firebomb. No, okay, we'll just leave that out there for now. Just took that away. It's a good skill. It's just that I think at the moment I have better. Like I said, I do believe there should be one more, but you never know. Okay, True Power of Pyrotechnics. Applies guard down and daze to all enemies. Okay, so the one we just got rid of, I was thinking, you know, that would be good if it was a group one. Well, here it is. It's a group one now. Now, this is kind of tough. All right, obviously, I'm not getting rid of that one because that's a group possession. I'm not getting rid of that one because that's a group activation of all cooldowns and putting sunburn on them. I would very much not like to lose a single target cooldown. I would really not like to lose that one. That's a single target possession. All right, so which one do I want more? Now, applying guard down is really the big deal there, because it'll make it so that your team can't miss if you get that down. Which do I consider to be more useful? See, cooldowns can really just deactivate somebody, right? I mean, a 50% stamina loss is really nice. But you know what? And the possession, too. The thing about it is your target might be immune to possession. That's what I'm thinking. If they're immune to possession, or you did it already to them with this, then it's not going to work because they have protection. They have the immunity. But cooldowns and just reapplying sunburn See, this one gives sunburn? No, I think it was this one that gave sunburn. See, Dazzling Fire Show is the single target version of this, but I really like activating cooldowns, especially since this one does have a 3-round cooldown. I keep the 2 of them on Patient Cyber. They're very, very useful. I think I'm going to lose this one. I may change my mind. It's just that I think this one, in terms of supporting the group, is more useful, especially with the way missing goes these days, you know? So I'm going to do this for now. Okay, I do believe that that is it. I can't imagine him having anything else. So we'll just continue to level 60. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good skill. If I had a 5th slot, that'd be it. You know? And... right, yeah, it's really hitting me with that. Being able to shut somebody down, there are some monsters who only have high cooldown skills, and generally they're always going to use those. You know, people are always going to pick those. Being able to just stop them from using them is just so precious. Yeah, there are so many things that are immune to possession these days, even just the simplest form. So being able to do something for the entire group is just really useful. All right, let's look at the stats here. Okay, so his strength 2100, that's not bad at all. Life is above normal, that's good. Speed is really good. Speed's really good. 2233, very, very nice. And with lots of open ruin slots, he's going to be doing that a lot. So that's very, very good. All right, so let's look at the skills. I don't think, I'm just going to check here. I don't think there's anything here that didn't, no, we saw these. Basically, single target versions of the ones that we got. That's what these 2 are, right? Right. And in terms of the single target version of the cooldown reset, I'm actually keeping that one because, as I said, I really like those. Just my personal gameplay. I might change my mind. I might change my mind during testing. I seriously doubt it, though. I really do. All right, so let's look at the skills that I chose. We'll go with the first one here. Cover the world in darkness. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies. Removes 20% of stamina and possession to all enemies. That could be worded a little bit better. Just saying. Essentially, the way I'm reading that is it's going to do damage. It's on the low end of moderate, but let's face it, this skill is not about the damage, right? You're not going to put damage on this guy. You're not. No damage at all, right? It's going to do damage to him. It's going to take 20% of his stamina away, and it's going to attempt to put possession on them. That can be obviously very useful. Very good way to start a fight, too. When your enemies are fighting amongst themselves, you know, that can be very good, especially if they use the skills that you're afraid them using on you, you know? All right, and then we have this one, Dazzling Fire Show. Activates all cooldowns on one enemy, applies sunburn to one enemy. Now, there is a group version of that, and that is a little further down the road here. I wanted this one because it can always be useful to, you know, go and activate someone's cooldowns again. Assuming we've already done it the first time, we can always do it again, and that's very useful. We'll talk about that more when we get further along. All right, so then there's this one. True Power of Pyrotechnics. Applies guard down and daze to enemies. Deals moderate fire damage to all enemies. Guard down means that your guys are not going to be able to miss. Right? You're attacking somebody, they have guard down, you're going to hit them. Even if you have total blind on you, you're going to hit them. So that can be very good because it allows the rest of the group not to miss. That cannot be overemphasized in these days of missing. So this is the ultimate precision. You put guard down on them, your team cannot miss them while guard down is on them. That is very, very useful. Yeah, daze, I mean, you know, daze is just a little bit of an accuracy debuff, and I think it also reduces the power, too, of the enemies. So it's a throw-in, and it's a pretty good throw-in, because you're going to be doing damage to them, a bit of damage, guard down, and just throw a little bit of accuracy and power reduction to them. So that's good. And this one, I mentioned this one earlier on. This is Stop, It's Fire Time. Activates all cooldowns on all enemies. Applies sunburn to all enemies. Requires cooldown. Now this is a 3-round cooldown, and it's his biggest stamina cost. But, you know, the thing about it is I don't think the rest of them are... 35 is a little bit hefty. 25 is not bad. 40. He does have a little bit of a stamina thing going here. He does indeed. Hopefully he teams himself with somebody who can do something about that. Anyway, this one again. This is a group version of this. So it's going to activate the cooldowns on the enemies, so they're not going to be able to use their high cooldown skills. If they have a 0 cooldown one, that's not going to be a problem. They're going to be able to use that immediately. And in some creatures, you need to be careful because they can really hurt you with that. Also, it's going to put Sunburn on, which is a good torture effect. It's a nice little throw in there. It's not actually going to do damage. It's going to activate the cooldowns, and it's going to put Sunburn on them. You can lead off with this one, or you can lead off with this one. But whichever one you do, within the first 2, your chances are you're going to do this, right? You're going to do this, and then you're not going to be able to do it again for 4 turns. It could very well be at that point, maybe 2 of the other guys are dead, and the really dangerous guy is about to get his good skills back, so then you go, you know what, let's activate your cooldowns again. Just to make sure you shut him down. So that can be very, very useful. He has some really good control skills. I like him a lot, and I'm very happy that, 1, he's fire. I already have Viperotep for denial in fire, but stun can be a little bit hard to deal with sometimes because a lot of guys are immune to it in one form or another. But in terms of cooldown resets, you know, activating the cooldowns, nobody is immune to that. Unless, of course, you happen to have a certain War Master who can protect you against that, or one who randomly does that. So there's a lot less protection against that. And even then, he's got some good stuff, too, in terms of the possession. Oh, I can't reset your cooldowns? Oh, that's terrible. I think I'll possess all of you. How about that? So the thing about it is, this guy's pretty good here. He's pretty good indeed. And with lots of open rune slots, I'm going to be filling them with speed. Because I think this guy is going to step forward to be a rather important fellow for me. In terms of runes, speed, just across the board. No support speed, just put your best speed on him. I don't know if this guy's going to end up being your #1 dude. He's going to be limited in terms of fire. Yeah, he's going to be like superheroes, and he's going to be villains, and he's going to be family. But you know what? Those guys don't pop up very often. If there had been like an Evil Legions in there or something like that, that one pops up a little bit more often, you know? It's going to be fire. Whenever you have fire and you need denial, you're probably going to reach for this guy. Definitely in my case, since he's going to be 110, and I'm going to pour speed on him. So he's going to be pretty darn fast. And it's going to be a while before I can test with him because I really don't have anyone who's worthy of his attention just yet. But I am starting to work on that. Yes, I am. Anyway, this is Sunblast, and Sunblast is really good. He has a lot of good stuff. He's got group possession, he's got group activations here, he's got guard down, and he's got single target activation, or if you wanted the single target possession, you could have that too. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it, and play games because games are fun. See ya.